Well, hello, Sagittarius. This card is for you today, talking about be impeccable with your word. So what does that mean exactly? Be impeccable with your word. Enjoy heaven on earth. So, your message for today, talking about being impeccable. We know that the word impeccable is an adjective of behavior, performance, or appearance in accordance with the highest standards of propriety, faultless, like a man of impeccable character. Synonyms of that word, impeccable, is flawless, faultless, unblemished, spotless, victorious, perfect, exemplary, things of that nature. Now, when we talk about this particular card, it is talking about be impeccable with your word. So when we talk about this, this word comes pretty much from the mid-16th century. In the theological sense, from the Latin impeccabilis. Okay. For a lot of you, this word today, this card today, is very stimulating for you. It is talking about be impeccable with your word. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the other side of this card. It can get very, very detailed. It talks about impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom. It can lead you to success and abundance. You can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. Now, for a lot of you, personal freedom, being able to come and go as you please, having equality, even before the court system, even in a relationship. It's the security of having your private property, something that belongs just to you. Freedom, personal freedom, is also its own expression. It is the freedom of also conscience, subject to the right of others and of the public. For a lot of you, examples of your personal freedom can be different for each one of you. Often, conflict and interpretation is always required to determine which freedom takes precedence in each unique situation. The following is just talking about having money that you can attain, or freedom of financial freedom. Freedom to have your own love or to love who you choose. There are many different freedoms, as I said. For a lot of this situation, in order to have more personal freedom, you might have to work on your mindset. Almost like you're waiting for permission for something. But the fastest way is to surrender your personal freedom up to the universe. Don't do things just because somebody tells you you should. Do things because you sincerely believe in them, or you believe in the cause, or you believe in the reasoning. Understand what's valuable and what isn't. Separating your wants from your needs, your desires from your temptations. For some of you, knowing the difference between love and lust. Now, for some of you, You don't need somebody to say something or tell you that something is okay. If you know it's right and it feels right to you, based on examination or reflection, then do it. You don't need to have accreditation in order to start your own business or begin your own program or become that entrepreneur. Don't do things just because you're feeling forced to or under pressure. Again, understand what's valuable and what's not. Make yourself a valuable entity. The more valuable something is, the more people desire it. Don't just understand what's valuable to people, become valuable. So when you show your partner in a love relationship how valuable you think you are, or you know you are, they're going to look at you as if you are the most priceless gem they've ever been with or seen. They're going to treat you with that same behavior that you show them. For a lot of you, you may be trying to create or boost up your assets, a savings, maybe a 401k, 503b, whatever you're trying to do. For a lot of you, you aren't the victim. You are a free agent that can make decisions that have brought you to this place where you are right now. Understanding and accepting that you have made choices and decisions that have gotten you this far, that have gotten you through hell and high water, that have gotten you through heartache and pain. Also, we will not allow any excuses to be made because we hold ourselves to accountability or hold ourselves accountable for different choices or decisions that we've made, actions that we've taken. If you've messed something up in the past or you've made a poor decision, it's real easy for us to make an excuse for that. Some days you may be very tired, but you'll have two options before you can close your eyes to sleep. You may feel guilty about something. You might try to make an excuse for what's going on. You may try to make an excuse to not have to go to work. You may have to make an excuse not to do the laundry. You may make an excuse not to do a lot of things. But big changes, big life changes begin to happen every single day, sometimes a little bit at a time. A lot of you don't accept failure as a possibility. Absolutely not. When you're not waiting for permission to do things and you're taking responsibility for your actions, there are going to be bumps in the road, but you have to be resilient. Keep in your mind that there is no possibility of failure, only success. For a lot of you that have been struggling to get back your own personal freedom, to be able to get back your own independence, to not have to depend on somebody else for everything that you need to live and do your daily routine or have your daily functions. For some of you, you simply need to make this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. When you're impeccable with your word, you'll know yourself. Also, a lot of you. But you got to know that freedom is not only hard earned, but it's hard kept. Some people may try to take your freedom away from you, your freedom of choice, your freedom of speech. For some of you, you might find things a little bit more difficult making choices or decisions, whether you want to go to school, or you want to what class you want to take, or where you want to live, or what state you want to go in, or which partner you want to be with. Audit yourself. Audit your thoughts and your mind. Audit the reasons that you want to do this and the reason that you want to do that. Compare. Make pros and cons. For a lot of you, if you audit your failures, it will actually show you which road you need to take in order to reach success. Examine them closely. See what you can learn. And then apply those principles to the future. You'll be able to keep moving. You'll be able to balance so many things out. Last message for today. Protecting your property. Again, your freedom of your opinion and your expression. Freedom of conscious rights of others. Respecting the rights of others. Remembering your definition of freedom. The quality or state of being free, such as the absence of necessity. Constraint in choice or action. Remember that you have rights, a personal right. In English, land law, a personal right, from the Latin ius in personam, refers to permission to use land for a specific purpose that is personal to the owner, and which cannot bind future purchases of the land. A personal right is thus distinct from a proprietor or property right. So why are you telling us this, Alan? Why are you saying this? It is important to understand the definition of freedom is the quality or state of being free. So even people who are imprisoned or in jail, they still have a sense of freedom. Yes, they may be locked up or restricted from leaving, set parameters up so they can only go certain places, barriers or whatever. But we all have a sense of freedom. And whether we choose to do that impeccably or not. Again, impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom and success and abundance you can attain. The kingdom of heaven. From this one agreement, be impeccable with your word. The kingdom of heaven. From this one agreement, be impeccable with your word. All right? So a lot of you, when we say that, be impeccable with your word, take time to listen. Try not to be eager to spill out your own thoughts before others are finished talking. Practice using immediate responses of your own favorite words as well. For a lot of you, how do you be impeccable? How do you be impeccable? So for a lot of you, again, be more impeccable with your words. Take time to listen. Don't let your thoughts spill out real fast before somebody else finishes. Tune in to which likely means put your mobile phone down, turn away from the computers, turn the TV off, and look at people when they're speaking. Really listen to somebody. A lot of you have been paying attention to other things or creating diversions, or diversions are causing you not to pay attention to what you should be. You have very powerful thoughts. A lot of you definitely try maybe to avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. But use the power of your words in the direction of truth and love. Don't take anything personally. Nothing that others do is because of you. You are not responsible for what other people do. You are not. So for a lot of you, today's message for you is probably the first and most important agreement that you're going to make. But be impeccable with your word really means never use the power of the word against yourself. When you're impeccable with your word, you never betray yourself. You never use this word to gossip about yourself or to spread emotional poison by gossiping about other people. You are the creator of your own life story. So how exactly would you like to write that? Your decision. How would you like to write your own life story?